Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? That bio is live, bio is live. Especially with the bio bro. The bio bro. The bio bro. The bio bro. Especially in the bio bro show.
Isn't Bio the life or what? Yo guys, what's going on? This is the Bio Bro, and welcome to our first video featuring animals. Booyah! Thank you. Please hold your applause. So, now that we know we're covering animals,
Let's get ready to rumble!
since this is like the outlining animal video, we are working on the basics, the universals of all animals, including people, animals, and wildlife species. Alright, so right here we got the basic characteristics of animals. They're multicellular, like this pig here. They're heterotrophic, meaning they eat other things, including plants, and other animals, meat, and a whole bunch of other stuff that we like to eat. It's edible. And there are cells containing collagen. For those of you who do not know what that means, they're three-stranded protein unique to animals that combine to form structures that allow animals to move, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Examples of these include skin cells, bone cells, hair cells, fingernails, and ligaments, which are including muscles. And the reasons why we have more complex organisms is because these collagen containing cells these collagen-containing cells combine together to allow us to do the bodily functions that are required for them to live and do stuff. There are like a whole bunch of other characteristics that a whole bunch of animals have, including the complex organisms that are familiar to us. They're very, very complex. The reason they can live is because these collagen-containing cells combine together to allow the body to do the bodily function that is required for it to survive. Because
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome. Living our dream.
another characteristic that animals have is movement, meaning, well, that's self-explanatory. They can move. They can move around, like this person running over here, which is really awesome. Charge! Here we have the body positions of these animals. For instance, for right now we have a pig right here, and we are about to enter the body positions, including dorsal, which is like the top. As you can see, that's the top view. There's the ventral, which is like the bottom view, as you can see from the bottom of his face and all that. And there's the anterior, which is like the front, kind of obvious again. And the posterior is like the back. So we have the back of the pig right there. No need to... I'm alright with porking this information over, so no need to worry. Before we move on to the 3 types of symmetry, let me tell you something. Organisms also have a body plan, which are certain characteristics that we use to categorize animals, alright? And now we got 3 types of symmetry, which includes radial symmetry, which means the symmetry can go around in a circle, like so, with all these different lines and stuff. Here, 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 here. Next is bilateral symmetry, which is like one side and the other side are the same, but that's it. Example of bilateral symmetry would be like a crab or something. And radial symmetry would be like a starfish or a sponge or something. And asymmetry would include, I guess, a dog or some weirdly shaped sponge. Basically, asymmetry means they have no symmetry whatsoever. And yeah. Alrighty, next up we got the three animal tissue layers, including the ectoderm, the mesotherm, and obviously the endoderm. Right. And this is the ectoderm. No, this has nothing to do with ghosts, but these include like the skin and nervous system. The mesoderm's in the middle right there, and the endoderm is. Hang on, let me just take you for a little bit of a zoom. Right, and meanwhile, the endoderm is like, you know, the skin around an organ or something. Meanwhile, the mesoderm is like in the middle. Oh, you know. So yeah, that's the that's the 3 tissue layers we got. That's the 3 tissue layers that all animals have. On to one of the really big questions about animals. Are they vertebrates or invertebrates? Well, for vertebrates, obviously, they have spines, which are like segmented backbone, and they make up less than 5% of all known animal species, surprisingly. Yeah, there are more invertebrates compared to vertebrates. You guys didn't know that? Alright, so next up we got invertebrates, which are like not defined by any set of derived characteristics, and they're kind of considered outdated since they've been around before vertebrates. And most aren't related to one another, and obviously they have no backbone. The things that they have in common, that's the purple area right there. They're obviously alive, and they're made of cells, and they're animals. That's basically it. Alrighty, so that pretty much covers it for basically all the animals in the animal kingdom, the universal traits and whatnot. Anyways, so that basically covers our video. Tune in next time when we cover sponges. Hoorah! Who's ready for that, bros?
I'm ready!
Glad to hear it, guys. Alrighty, and well, until then, bye, bio.